Alright everybody, this is a special video. It's a video to announce the draft of the TDCS Fantasy Madden Football League. The draft is Friday, 9 Central. Perfect time. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You at home or you somewhere you ain't need to be on Friday night. So you get the sticks in your hands and you get your players. Alright, what's up, Clutch? Clutch is the commissioner of the league, and he's gonna be watching you. We're gonna go through some of the rules here and to get you started so you'll know what you can do and what you can't do. We don't tolerate cheaters. The one thing, a cheater messed up my league last year. They mess up everything from everything. So if you're caught cheating, we don't want to have anything to do with you. Dropping you from the league, dropping you from my friends list. We don't want to talk to you. We might punch you if we see you in the street. Alright, what up, man? Don't you want to punch a cheater, though? You want to punch a cheater, don't you?
I want to punch a ball. You know? It was like a damn shark.
Yeah.
We're gonna, like we said, all Madden. We're going to have 7-minute quarters with 15 seconds runoff. Nano blitzing and positioning players. You guys just, I mean, some of you guys know what it is, some of you guys don't. If you don't know what it is, then
you're probably fine. Yeah.
But basically, just don't move everybody up to the line. Don't move just try to keep control of one player.
Right.
And don't.
We understand if you've called a strong safety blitz and you want to bring the safety up because it's a waste of a blitz if you keep the safety way back there and then he takes forever to get the quarterback.
You can bring him up to the middle linebacker.
Yeah.
To the middle line. Don't bring them past that.
Yeah, all the way up so you can jump. What we're trying to alleviate, there's some tricks out there that as soon as the quarterback can hike the ball, they're tackled, and that's not fair. That's not playing. All right, the fourth down rule. Go ahead with the fourth. Yeah.
The fourth down rule. We're gonna use this that I've used it before, and it's pretty good. On fourth down, if you're past the opponent's 40 and it's 4th and 1 or 4th and inches. You can go for it, but it's, otherwise you got to punt it if you're in your own territory or if you're at the 50-yard line or whatever. Also, it's if you're down by 7 in the 4th quarter or down by more than 7, you can go for it.
Yeah.
This is Madden. This is basically if you punt it in the 4th quarter and you're down by 7, there's a very good chance you're not going to come back.
Right.
It's an offensive game. Let's go ahead and say it. There's little to no defense in Madden.
Yeah.
So
it's football, guys. It's football. So there's nothing more disheartening for when I start a game with somebody and they're going for it every 4th down. That means you're not playing a football player. You're playing someone who's playing a video game, and we just want to get that out. We want football. We want to stick to the football rules, and that's what it is.
And also, if you're down by like less than 7 with 5 minutes left in the 4th. I'd say punt it, but if there's less than 5 minutes left and you're down by less than 7, you can probably go for it on 4th and 1 and 4th and inches. Then screen passes, wildcat, and direct snaps. For me, these usually don't work. The screen passes work pretty well.
Screen passes are nice.
But some of them are considered cheese plays, especially if you overuse them. I'd say limit it to 5 at the max, but I wouldn't even try to go that high personally, because like I said, they don't always work. No huddle. Let's not get into a college offense on Madden, please. I do not. I don't want to see a score of. I don't want to see a high, 56 to whatever. Based on the fact that you're driving down, you're getting like 10 plays off in like 20 seconds.
And that's disheartening too. When you got somebody that's running the same play over and over and over that they done worked on all over and it's hard to stop. They just run the same play, play, touchdown, same play. That's cheating again, and I don't want you in the league, and I want to punch you. Go ahead.
Usering a player. If you use a player, use one player. Do not use a player, move him to a position, switch to another player, move him to another position. So, don't set players. Let the playbook, play out. Use one player. You can move him, around a little. Don't get crazy with it, but use one player, and then they hike the ball, and you can switch to whatever play you need to after they hike the ball. A big problem is disconnections.
Yeah. PlayStation
Madden
ain't
10
perfect.
is a little different than Madden 11. If you guys are familiar with Madden 10, you know, if someone quits or disconnects, the other player has the option to continue playing. In Madden 11, it's different. If you quit in the first quarter, if you quit in the first half, sorry, you have to start the game over. And if that happens too often, you're not going to be in the league too often.
Yeah.
If you're in the fourth quarter, if you're in the second half and you quit, I believe it's whoever's winning wins the game. Basically, if you have a history of quitting games, you know, don't expect to be in the league too long.
Yeah, expect to get the boot.
Yeah.
Onside kicks. Just fourth down.
Let's face it, guys. It's not exactly an exact science with onside kicks. So I would only use them when you're down in the fourth quarter, or
down by a whole bunch. If you're down like 20 points, why the hell not?
You might as well try it.
Yeah.
It's not a sure thing, and especially with that kicking.
It's gonna screw you up even worse. But go ahead and try it.
We talked about this earlier. Fake punts and field goals.
Yeah.
You don't see it very often. I'm not going to tell you guys not to do it,
Barely
but they aren't. They also aren't foolproof.
Yeah.
They're easily stopped. I wouldn't suggest using them, but if you feel like you can, go for it. Just don't overuse it. Maybe one per game at the most. 2-point conversions. I think this is a common sense type thing. Don't go for 2 points every single time you score. If it's needed to tie it up or get the game closer,
Use it. Yeah.
winning to win, you feel free to go for it. But let's not get ridiculous. Running up the score, I would really prefer, if you're playing not as good of a player as you, I would prefer if I don't see a 56-7 score.
Just win.
If you're winning by 20 points going into the third, going halfway through the third, going into the fourth quarter, run the ball.
Run the clock out.
You can pick up third downs passing, that's fine, but run the clock. Don't sit there and throw these long bombs, trying to run up the score. To me, that's bad sportsmanship.
And I tell you what about this. This is a league. This isn't individual games that you're playing. So if you do that in Madden, they will take your players. They will have your players injured. You will lose your number one receiver trying to run up a score, and you'll need them that next week. So if you do it, or if you are caught doing it, Madden will get you also. So you got two people looking at it. You got him, the commish, and you got Madden.
This is, we can't all be the Patriots, sitting there running up the score when we don't need to. So
Yeah.
that's it's good. It's okay for them, not for Madden.
Yeah, Bill's different.
Let's try to be fair with this guy.
That's why nobody likes Bill Belichick. Nobody likes Bill Belichick. We respect the hell out of him, but nobody likes Bill Belichick.
Try to have a variety of plays. Don't, like we said earlier, don't go to the same play every single down. I know there are plays that everybody loves to use, and you can use them. Just don't do it like over and over and over.
Same play.
Yeah. We were talking about a jersey rule. I honestly don't care what jerseys you guys use.
Just make sure.
Use the same color.
Yeah, just make sure one's a dark jersey and one's a white jersey. Don't have two whites or two darks because that messes up everything. A dark and a light.
Yeah. And then to the player sub rules, I'll just go through these real fast.
Okay.
QB must play QB.
Yep.
I don't think we decided on the running back. I don't know what you wanted to.
Well, a lot of people don't allow running backs to go at fullback, but it doesn't bother me as much because when you do that, if you don't have a running back with a high block strength of maybe 65 or 60 or something like that, then you're going to suffer in your running game. I mean, it's gonna hurt you bad, because the guy, I've seen it, because I'm one person that puts a lot of running backs at fullback, and I know which ones I can't put a fullback because they'll whiff on blockers right and left and not let you get anything. So we want to keep the fullback position with at least people that block, with the run blockers. If we see Darren Sproles at fullback, or Leon Washington, somebody with a 95 speed at fullback, you might get a little message from the commish.
Yeah. Fullbacks, I think they can play running back if you want, but let's not overdo it. They can also play tight end as a third option. Wide receivers must play wide receivers. I don't think they should be moved to tight end. I think it's kind of an unfair advantage.
If you move a wide receiver to a tight end, no. He's going to beat that linebacker.
Can play tight end, and they can play wide receivers if as a fourth wide receiver or a fifth wide receiver, and they play fullback if you really want. O-line is interchangeable. Defensive end and defensive tackles, they're interchangeable also.
Yeah.
Linebackers, they can play any linebacker can play any linebacker's position, but you can only use one linebacker
to play defensive end. Because again, that gives you a speed advantage.
Feel free to put him at defensive end. Defensive backs, we talked about earlier, they're interchangeable.
They're all the same.
And you can use a safety as a linebacker if you really feel the need, but don't overdo that either.
Right.
Everything else is pretty self-explanatory as far as the players. Kicker, punter, kick returner, punt returner. If you have Hester, don't use him. Don't use him as a kick returner, because that's just a glitch. Everyone knows that's a glitch. No, I'm just kidding.
We're just kidding. That's the reason. That's the only reason why you would draft Hester, actually. Him and Cribs.
Running backs. I'm not a big fan of this, but we were talking about it earlier. Running backs can be motioned to wide receiver, but as long as it's not like Maurice Jones-Drew or Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Somebody that's basically
Chris Johnson.
Blitz in the game. If you put Maurice Jones-Drew at the slot, he's gonna get that ball 9 times out of 10.
But then on the other hand, if you draft Reggie Bush, then to get use out of Reggie Bush, you got to put him out of that, because he sucks at running back. Even in real life.
At wide receiver, put him at running back and move him out.
Move him out.
Motion him out. Do not put him at wide receiver in your depth chart. Let's see, trade. We were talking about trades. Five trades per season per player.
Let's
try. I would really not like to see a blockbuster trade. I don't want to see 20 players being traded in one trade. Let's keep it.
Reasonable.
6 to 8 players at the most.
Yeah.
I guess draft picks, let's not go overboard. Let's 8, 9, 10, something like that at the most draft picks. And you can't trade draft picks until the end of the season. That just makes it easier to keep track of, because if you trade somebody in the beginning of the season and that player quits, then there's not going to be any record of that draft pick.
Right. Got it.
Let's see. That's mainly it. Just we haven't really decided when we're going to the advanced days. We're thinking 2 days a week, but we haven't set that.
We'll post that. I'll post that all on the TDCS website. I'm in the process. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm in the process of building a forum there so we can go there and converse back and forth. But the main thing we want to do right now is get our teams together before the holidays, and then you can I recreate my team on my hard drive. Whenever I draft one, I recreate it on my hard drive, and then I practice with them, and I find out how I can play with those guys. So there's plenty of time to do that, and then when we get back from Christmas break, wherever you're going, having a good time, then we'll start the league, and we'll try to crank it out as fast as possible. Got anything else, Clutch? And this is Clutch City Cowboy. If he sends you a message saying, hi, you're in the league, and you say, who is this? That's the guy from Dallas Cowboy Show. That's Shango's boy.
City Cowboy, right?
Yeah. See, yeah, behind his head.
I sent out a bunch of friend invites, and I had 3 or 4 people messaging me back. It's like, who is this? And it's like, it's Clutch from TDCS.
And one guy, I'm sorry, one guy came in the league and get the Cowboys, and I'm really cool with that when I'm in somebody else's league, but not my own league. I'm the Cowboys here. Sorry, I know you guys understand that one. But keep messages because we want you still to come back in. I know you're having some kind of problems. We checked it and it was still able to get in. So at least try to get in again and email Clutch City Cowboy. I can't remember your screen name right now. I have it on my email. But you know who I'm talking to. Anything else?
That's it. Draft this Friday at 9 Central.
9 Central time is the draft. All right, guys. I'll see you then. Oh, we'll make another video before then. Our fantasy football, so we can keep you up.
Gotta do our fantasy.
Yeah, gotta do our fantasy. We'll talk about it then. All right. Have a good week, y'all. Peace.